I want to thank each of our Women with Heart. They have done such an amazing job of friend-raising and fundraising throughout the community and drawing attention to the access to care needs of the working uninsured. And the events they have all been different and customized to their own strengths and interests, but they really all have impacted the health and wellness of Northeast Florida.
Well, as a financial advisor, I get to meet with a lot of different people as well as individuals and groups that I'm involved with. And I've been able to leverage that to get the mission out about the important work of volunteers in medicine, high quality health care for the working uninsured.
I guess if I could only accomplish one thing on behalf of them during the month that I'm honored to wear this necklace, it would be to raise awareness of their mission, of the work that they do, and of the continuing need for people to be providing free health care to the working poor.
The Florida Blue Foundation produces our Community Health Symposium every year. This year we're here in Orlando, and I'm really honored to be able to share the story and the purpose and mission of Volunteers in Medicine with 450 community leaders from across the state. All of you work or are involved in community health in some way, so you know the power of getting in and seeing a primary care and getting your checkup when you maybe can't afford that copay or that full price. And Volunteers in Medicine helps with that. But they also, if they find something, they have 18 medical specialties that they can tap into. They also coordinate and collaborate around the city.
During my month as Women with Heart, I took the opportunity of telling everybody about Volunteers in Medicine. I spoke to every group that I could, whether that was having dinner with them. I spoke to SCORE. I spoke to a Girl Scout troop, which was really my favorite thing. That's really what I wanted to do, was to tell the Girl Scouts about Volunteers in Medicine, and I had them tour the clinic. Because the thing that I really want them to realize is how what they're doing in scouting can lead to so much later on.
Considerate and caring.
Our plan is to host a reception here at the Volunteers in Medicine Clinic. It was really important to us to be able to connect the friends of the community to the work that Volunteers in Medicine does here for their patients. So tonight's event, we have hosted about 50 friends of Baptist. From Baptist South, we've had members of our board of directors, we've had members of our development council, we've had members of the Baptist executive leadership team, and many others who are so committed to making sure that Baptist Health continues to make our community a better place to live. And Volunteers in Medicine is one way to do that, by ensuring that those who need it most have access to health care.
I hosted a Lunch and Learn at the Volunteers in Medicine Clinic for my Women in Heart event. I invited 60 of my nearest and dearest friends and colleagues and invited them to have a tour of the clinic and a lunch to learn more. It was a great way for really interested and interesting women to not only gather and share ideas about how to be involved in Jacksonville, but also to be specifically involved with Volunteers in Medicine.
So I had the opportunity to host a group of legislators from the federal, state, and local level to come in and hear all about Volunteers in Medicine. We often know that we have to raise funds, but on the other side of that, we have to raise friends. And so the event that I hosted was really about creating a greater organization or an increased mass of friendships for Volunteers in Medicine.
Today was extraordinary. We had nearly 100 people with mat-to-mat on the lawn of the Players Championship Clubhouse, coming together to do an hour's yoga class, some for the first time, others for the 7th time this week. We had people who have never done yoga here before, a lot of really long-time practitioners, and everybody came together for a wonderful community experience and celebrating yoga, celebrating each other, and bringing awareness to volunteers in medicine. So that's really our goal, beyond our goal. It just exceeded all of my hopes and expectations.
Catherine Pearson Payton, MD. She's the founder of Mammosphere, but she's also this month's Woman with Heart for Volunteers in Medicine.
Volunteers in Medicine is a terrific organization that provides free medical care to the working, uninsured members of our community.
So during my month of advocacy for Volunteers in Medicine, I really focused on being able to interact with many of our physicians and associates who work with Volunteers in Medicine and educate them on the role that they play in the importance of our community. Today I have the honor of being here at St. Vincent's Riverside in our main lab and with many of our lab associates who work on the lab testing for Volunteers in Medicine. We're very fortunate that through St. Vincent's and Volunteers in Medicine working together, we're able to help take many of the lab tests that go on for our patients down in the clinic and run them right here in the lab at Riverside. And so all of these different people that you see play an amazing role to ensure that patients down in Volunteers in Medicine Clinic are able to get the results that they need and desire, and work with the physicians and the nurses there to ensure that we can continue to care for those patients in the clinic.
I've published a new book, so I'm doing a book signing, and it's quite easy for me to generate awareness because I'm sort of a public figure. I'm always out there. So I just put this heart on, and it shows off really well against the black, doesn't it? So I've already gotten lots of questions, and once I get an opening, I'm all about it. So it'll be easy for me to go to public events, as I always do, and we lead a lot of services this year, especially you guys were smart to have me doing this during Advent because our Christmas season is just full up with people coming in the door. So I will be eager to tell them all about Volunteers in Medicine.